Hi everyone, my name's Pallavi. Today we're going to talk about how you build a segment in Handshake. Your first step is going to be navigating to this left-hand side panel that says Segments. Once you navigate there, you'll hit the blue button that says Create a Segment. A segment is a curated list of students who match a certain set of requirements or qualifications that you have pre-identified. It's a great way for you to be proactive and efficient in identifying students and then easily messaging them through our campaign functionality. There's a variety of different qualifications that you can use when creating a segment. They're all optional. We'll go through what all of them mean today, but by no means do you have to use all. You can pick and choose which ones you want to build to be most creative with your segment. First thing I like to point out is there are some basic requirements on the right-hand side that I've highlighted. As we start building out our segment, you will see that total number of students change based on the qualifications you've used and how they work in conjunction with each other. Also gives you some tips on what's the ideal segment size, the maximum sizes, and minimum sizes. First thing we'll talk about is the school functionality. In a segment, you can either identify, I only want to narrow it down to students who attend one school, so you'll type in that university's name, multiple schools, or you could leave it school agnostic if you're open to students across the network from any university. I'm going to leave it open for this example. You then have three ways of narrowing down by students' majors. First is by major group. They're pre-mapped majors to the list of major groups which assign all similar majors to a parent major. I could come in here and I could type in finance. I could also type in marketing. And maybe I also want sales majors and business. Once I have my group of majors, you can add one, you can add multiple. You could have done it by major keyword if you wanted, which requires you to just type in the major names, or major category gives you three buckets. The first one being STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and math majors. The second option, which is TEM, which will give you the more technical version and only focus on technology, engineering, and math. And then liberal arts will give you all non-STEM majors, as it mentions, liberal arts or business type majors. You're then going to indicate what graduation and class standing are you looking for. If you're looking for new grad hires, that means the students who graduate in the class of 2020 with a bachelor's degree, you're going to go ahead and select new grad hires. For interns, it'll be the same logic, but the class of 2021 and 2022 pursuing a bachelor's degree. Recent grad hires will pull in alumni who have graduated in the last 3 to 4 years from a bachelor's or a master's degree type. And custom allows you to pick and choose which class of and degree type you would like to use. You'll then be asked, what's the work authorization status you're looking for? If you hit requires U.S. sponsorship, it means that it's narrowing it down to students who require U.S. sponsorship. If you hit do not require U.S. sponsorship, it's students who do not require U.S. sponsorship. For that option where you're looking for students who are already authorized to work, you'll want to use status unknown as well, as it does pull in several students who do not require U.S. sponsorship. You can then add in a minimum GPA requirement if you have one. You just need to enter the minimum value. It'll be that number and higher. The organizations allow you to go deeper than the student's educational background. It's just a keyword search for any orgs they belong to on campus. They could be anything from professional to social organizations. And as I mentioned, it's just a keyword search, so if I type in volunteer, it'll be any organization that contains the word volunteer. Student interest is a way to find students who want to work in specific industries. It's something they indicate during their onboarding process, so you can select the drop-down and pick your industry. You can also narrow it down and identify students who have specific achievements for high performers. Things like they were leaders on campus, they were an athlete in their undergraduate experience or graduate experience. Students will also indicate during their onboarding where they would like to live and work. That's what the student location preferences means. So you can go ahead and type in a location. It will always default to a 50-mile radius of that location, but you can change that by hitting the drop down and changing your distance. The current location is not based on interest, it's based on actual current location, either based on where the student goes to school and their university's actual geographic location, or if you're looking for alumni, it's based on where the alum's most recent job on Handshake is located. You then go into the student's skill set. You can type in any soft skills or technical skills here. It's just a keyword search. The skills are always going to work as OR filters. So if you type in Excel and I type in PowerPoint, you'll see on the right-hand side, it's a skill of Excel or PowerPoint. You can add in the student's coursework or their past work experience by job title and company. Finally, we wrap all of this together to help you engage with students of underrepresented groups, and they have self-identified as those belonging to those groups. The top two will allow you to find students based on the groups they self-identify with. The bottom filter by institution will be students who attend a minority-serving institution, as long as their school is listed as one of these MSI buckets. You'll see on the right-hand side once you build out your segment what the final number of students is. You can always go through, amend it, change it to see what the numbers look like. And you'll finally save your segment with a segment name, a unique identifiable name that allows you to remember what that segment was about. Once you save your segment, you'll be redirected back to the segments table. You'll see the name of your segment, the date it was created. The count is the number of students who belong to that segment. The segments do update nightly to pull in any new students who may match, or any students who no longer meet your requirements will also move out of your segment. The schools will indicate the number of schools associated with that segment, and the owner is the individual who created that segment. You can duplicate segments. If you want to create another one and just change a few of the requirements rather than starting from scratch, you can duplicate it and resave it. You can archive a segment, you can edit a segment, or if you're ready, you can create a campaign, which is a way to proactively message all the students who fall within your segment. If you're interested in learning how to do that, check out our video on engaging campaigns to learn how to message the students in your predefined segment.